Okay.
But yeah.
I'm recording.
So Tom Holland might want to leave Spider-Man. He wants to walk away and leave that Spider-Man suit in the garbage can like Spider-Man issue number 50.
It's been done.
Yeah. It's been done.
No way home again. Far from home. Far from the suit. Far from... Because of what? Doesn't have any help this time?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any help from Marvel. I guess I won't do it. Tony Stark's dead.
I mean, they still know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Why not just say, hey, like, I'm, you know...
I've been Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was Spider-Man the whole time. Watch this.
Yeah, I can do things.
It's me. I have the costume.
Damn.
Peter,
That's
it's
right.
you. Yeah, Jesus.
It's so... That
No,
makes
instead he's all
no
pitying
sense.
me. Oh, whoa,
And
me.
he's the first one to do that. He's the first one to give up. All the time, like, oh, I can't do this. Doctor Strange? Tony Stark? He goes for help right away. He doesn't think about anything else besides who can help him out.
Wasn't that why Dr. Strange calls him out? I was like, you didn't even bother contacting the school first? You
I
came
hated
straight
that.
to me?
I didn't like that.
God, what?
And welcome back to a whole new, long-awaited episode of Los Pina Bros.
Those mother...
Mm.
Los
Yep.
Piña Bros.
We are here.
You're
And
there.
I'm here. You're there.
We are everywhere.
We are.
And I'm one of your hosts, Armando.
Mr. Piña Zombie.
And Alberto 333.
And we're here joined by Spiegel the Beagle. Say hi, Spiegel.
Bark.
No.
Yeah.
My dog. How does Homer do it? He's like, yes. Can you say I love you, boy? I love you.
And we're eating, so if you hear chomping sounds, that's eating.
You know, it was Alex's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Alex.
Thank you.
And yeah, we haven't done an episode in quite a while. We've been watching horrible movies. But we figured, you know, we're already in July by the time we're recording. And we figure we just talk about, maybe just go down the list of like the movies we've seen this summer and what we like, we didn't like. I don't think we'll spend too much time on them. Unless we do, then I don't know. But
I don't
Yeah.
even remember all the movies we did. I don't know.
Yeah.
you know what? Let's start with one that we all saw before, and we didn't even do a review on it. It was a Scream 6.
Yep.
Scream in New York.
Didn't we?
No,
No, we did.
we were on our way there, and we did like
3.
Oh, yeah,
Pre-screen.
damn. I can't believe we missed that. I thought it was so safe. They played it really safe. It's a good movie, but it really felt like it was a nothing movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fine movie. It was fine, but yeah, they played it extremely safe. That it's like, I feel like I caught all the killers.
you
too.
called it in the what's it called on our drive over there. When we're like, who do you think is gonna buy? He's like, he's gonna be the cop. He's gonna be anti-Dewey. Bam. So it was.
Yeah, and then I said that Cuba Gooding Jr.'s kid
Mason
was gonna be
Gooding.
like the pin cushion. And he is, like, yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I rewatched it because I bought it and I rewatched it. It does, like, fall apart immensely at the last act where, of course I'm the killer, hula hoop, you know, like, what?
Yeah, it's like 1 year later in Scream, and all the survivors are back. The core four, which is like Jenna Ortega, Melissa Barrera, Mason Gooding Jr., and Jasmine Savoy. Bam! I remembered all their names.
Yeah.
No Sydney in this. No My Beautiful Neve Campbell, which I think worked. She's like, hey, she sends her love, but she's basically, you guys deal with this. I'm done. And until the franchise needs more money, it needs me to come back. So,
Or until she gets more money.
well, yeah, she should get more money. Yeah, everybody brings their A game to the movie. Everyone's funny. Everyone's really likable. I think I really like all the characters, all the survivors from the last one. But the motive wasn't that compelling in this one. It was a retread of what we've seen before. It was someone related to the killer from the last one, and it was just like, oh, you're doing Scream 2 again. You're in college. Like, New York is kind of like the setting off point. I like that it takes place in Halloween time. And so next one will probably be on Thanksgiving or Christmas. But yeah, it's just by the third act, like, I'm in it. That movie, I'm in it for for the first 2 acts, I'm enjoying all the new relationships. I love Gail being Gail. Courtney Cox always is great to watch.
Yeah, she's great.
I
think that's the best part of the movie is that part.
Yeah,
when she's fighting off Ghostface.
Because I think that was the only time I was like, man, they could kill her off, and I'm gonna be pissed.
I told you they weren't gonna kill her off.
But after they killed Dewey, I was like, man, you don't know what could happen.
I know exactly what's gonna happen.
And then when you find out that there's 3 killers in this one, it's like that's how we changed the formula.
Triple crossing?
Yeah.
What's his name?
That's one more than
My
2.
best friend's wedding, the love interest. Oh my god, he's in
Mulroney?
Insidious 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dermot Mulroney. He's a good actor. I like him. And he does pretty good,
Hey, you want to get that file on Kirby?
Yeah.
Mr. Nobody that's there?
Who's he talking to? That scene made no sense. So we find out that he's related to Richie the Killer from Part 5.
I didn't work here.
And he's a straight-laced cop or detective, and all of a sudden at the end he's like, woo-hoo-hoo! You killed my son, I gotta kill you! And it's just like, all right, bro,
that was the best take they had.
That was straight Looney Tunes.
He wanted to be crazy. I can be crazy in this, right?
Yeah.
No, turn it down.
Gotcha. Whoop-de-doo!
Yeah. Gotcha. Kirby comes back, played by Hayden Panettiere. She's an FBI agent.
They're letting children in the FBI.
I'm 30, Gail was like, you're still a zygote. Yeah, see, that, all that I like that there's survivors from previous movies, and I felt like they needed a little bit more of that. Like I think we had talked about maybe they're doing a reunion special or something where I just felt like it was like, oh, now Kirby's coming? Where were you in Part 5? But I guess Part 5 takes place in a couple of days. But so does this one, right? So why didn't she show up in Part 5?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I gave...
Just leave it.
I think...
She was.
Melissa Barrera is great.
She's fantastic.
I think this is her movie.
From the first 2 acts. And then when the third act again, when she puts on the Ghostface costume, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
She's
Let me dress up as... You know what would have been cool if they dressed up as Ghostface during Halloween.
Yeah.
So that they'd be like, we gotta hide in plain sight. Everyone dress up as Ghostface. Damn, the killer's oh shit, what?
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
And then the killer's all freaked out. Wait.
Stab myself?
Yeah. He starts stabbing I'm done. I think I give this three pineapples on the low end.
3 rotten pineapples.
Excuse me while I tase you in the balls real quick.
Yeah. There's there's good moments, but yeah, I think the third act is what kind of kills it for me. The reveal and the motive of the bad guys. In this, it's what are the chances there's a whole family of serial killers?
Yeah, did they decide to be serial killers after Richie died?
They were living a happy, normal life, and it's no, I gotta become a serial killer. To avenge my evil brother, I'm going to become a bad person.
And they didn't even feel like they cared about each other. That family...
It's just they were looking an excuse to kill.
Yeah, why didn't you have that excuse earlier and you guys would have won?
Yeah. But, Scream 6, I will say, it was still a fun little movie.
They could have gotten a lot more.
I think it's my second to least favorite. So the least favorite would be Scream 3.
What are you talking about?
I would put this right above.
I think that the next one should just go batshit crazy with that. Since Part 3 was crazy, the next one should just be, introduce ghosts.
I will say
the beginning. I am the ghost face.
The beginning was pretty cool when they're they have Samara Weaving as a girl that gets murdered in the beginning. She's the Drew Barrymore role, and
that was well done.
And then you see the killer stabbing, and where it would when he's about to stab his victim, the first victim. That's usually where it cuts and says Scream 6. But no, they go, he kills her, and then we follow. He takes off the mask. We find out it's Tony Ravioli. From the Spider-Man movies, and we're following him. This is interesting. Are we gonna be following him through the whole movie? We're gonna be with the killer, from their point of view? That's something cool. No, he gets taken out, and it's
That is one of the best lines I think in the Scream franchise. We gotta finish the movie. Who gives a shit about the movies? That was awesome.
I like that this ghost face wasn't oh yeah, what's your favorite skin? I don't give a shit. I just want to shoot you and kill you. But
so thumbs up or thumbs down?
Midway thumb?
I say it's worth a watch.
All right, I'm gonna say thumbs down.
Oof. All right, let's go.
Okay, and that's Scream. What?
6. Speaks. What's
You
your
ready?
favorite scary movie? Airbud. Then after that, probably I think it's gonna be. We're gonna peak early. It's gonna be the highlight, I think, of this
Airbud?
episode. No, not yet. It was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh yeah.
That came out on Cinco de Mayo. Directed and written by James Gunn. All the cast returning from the previous movies. Loved it.
Even Yandu.
Yandu came back. No.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Masterpiece.
I think I've seen that movie already like 3 or 4 times.
Really?
I saw it with my buddy Juan. So
Oh.
shout out to Juan. Hopefully you're recovering from your incident. So shout out to you. We saw it with him, and then I saw it with you, and then Alex bought it not too long ago, and we rewatched it. I couldn't see that scene again where Rocket escapes. Like I started almost crying like before this scene started. I'm like, I gotta leave the room. But
It's a fantastic movie. I think James Gunn's best movie. He never does like a bad job, I don't think, in anything. I think he's always makes good movies, but this one, I always have some sudden gripes with something. Like, oh, they should have done this, they should... No gripes at all. I think it's perfect. I wouldn't change anything.
this one deals with Rocket's backstory, so we see how Rocket became Rocket, and it's basically an animal abuse movie. So you're just seeing one of the best villains in the Marvel universe, played by, what's his name again? Chuck Iwuji.
Chuck Woody.
He's really good, man.
He's fantastic.
Like in Peacemaker, I liked him, and then in this movie, he knocks it out of the park. Like, he is a villain.
Yeah, straight up.
He is a nasty villain.
Now let me be relatable. Because
No
I'm
redeemable qualities.
Nah.
Let me be
How
a
did
crazy
you
guy.
know how to do it? I made you.
Yeah, that's exactly how.
cool.
Man.
An arrogant, pompous, like, jerk who just thinks he's superior to everything and just, But yeah, I mean, I thought they did a good job with kind of sidelining Rocket because he gets hurt early on in the movie. But then we still see all his, like, his flashbacks because I guess he's, like, dreaming about him.
They do an origin story in the
third
one,
movie.
and it's great.
Take notes. No Way Home.
They need to take a whole book.
Yeah.
Jesus. But no, yeah, Guardians is fantastic. I enjoyed it completely. Yeah.
I think it was a good send-off to all the characters. Like,
I don't think so.
You don't think so? So what happened? Bring it on.
No, I feel like they could have done more. There's still like one.
Go get him, Speed.
They could still do one more movie. Because I feel like, one was Peter and the team.
Yeah. 2
was more Peter and let's add more to the team. And then 3 was Rocket Raccoon. So I kind of feel it was, that's not to say I didn't like the movie. I think it's really well done. Everything. One of my favorite parts was when the villain's henchmen are even like, hey, man, you're going overboard.
Oh, yeah.
We got to stop you. I really like that because you never see that. You just see blind henchmen, always following orders and stuff. But yeah, it's emotional. The actors in it are great. The visuals are great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how... Adam Warlock, I think I'm a little...
He's the weakest part of the movie.
Yeah, and that... Not like, oh, he's bad, but yeah, if I had to maybe fix something, some sort of revision, it'd be him.
I think he just wrote himself into a corner because he promised a Warlock at the end of part 2. So that's why it's like, all right, let me just bring him in and take him out right away. Whatever. No one can say that. He didn't come out. He came out, he did what he did, and that's it.
Yeah, and then if they decide to use him, they can totally use him. So.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I mean, he does a good job in the 5 seconds that he's in there.
Yeah.
He's funny. How can I show him more serious? How can I show what? How can I show him that we mean more business and we're serious than killing him? I don't understand. But yeah, he's good. He's a good time.
Yeah, everybody. I think it's a good send off to most of them. But like they say at the ending of it, Star-Lord's gonna return, and then there's still a Guardians team left.
Yeah.
So even without James Gunn at the helm, there's a promise of they're not gone.
You want to drink?
And whatever. Bring all the sodas. A vanilla
You
one.
gotta bring the thing in.
It's gonna be kind of heavy.
And then, yeah, I just think it worked out for everybody at the ending. Like, it was a little bit bittersweet, a lot of sweet. The songs were great.
Yeah, I think it's the most, because I know you said the soundtrack for part 2 tells a better story. I think that may be true, but this one I enjoyed throughout. Like, whenever a song came out, I was jamming to it. It was fun. Everything hit. Like, there was no misses. The funny parts were funny. The sweet parts were sweet. When they wanted to be emotional, it was emotional. And everyone had their time to shine. And I think, like, they did everything right. Like, even the people who would complain about Drax in the movies, like, he's not doing anything. They relegated him to, like,
Comic
a dumb
relief.
character. Yeah. They talk about it, and then they make him, like, one of the best parts in there. Or it's like, you weren't born to be a destroyer. You were made to be a father.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great.
Even, like, new characters like Rocket's group, the other animals that he grew up with, they're only in there for, like, 4 scenes, if that. And, like, you fall in love. Well, I fell in love with them almost immediately. And I was just like... But, and then when things hit the wall and I got super emotional. I can't even... There's one scene in the movie I don't want to see again because I get all emotional with it. But, yeah, I give this...
Should I just be...
Probably 4 pineapples. What do you guys give it?
I don't know. I give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
I give it a thumbs up. Watch it.
All right, let's go. Buy it.
All
All right, Spider-Verse straight. Go watch it. Go buy it. Do
Thumbs up.
everything. Just get it. Get it. It's,
Fantastic.
It's
Watch
like
it.
a 90-degree thumbs up.
Yeah,
just-
it just needs the next one. That's the only
Wait.
problem.
You
We
know
just
what?
need the next
Agree.
one.
75 out of
It's so weird that we haven't had a Spider-Man movie since, like, Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was fine. It wasn't the best, but, it's good to have Spider-Man movies.
Miles is a new Spider-Man for a new generation. Love him. I don't know what's gonna happen with Miguel. I want him to, team up.
He's gonna team up with him. I already told you how it's gonna end.
I like the idea of them having a Sinister Six in that universe and it taking place in Vigilante Miles's universe. Because at the ending, we find out. Guess what? There's another. Well, it's a multiverse. So our Miles is
Multiverse of
stuck.
Madness?
Yes, of goodness, of just beautiful art, pastel colors, just everything. All those animators, thank you for everything you do. I'm sorry they made you work super, super freaking hard on a short time constraint, but I know there's no way we're gonna be able to make that March because it's supposed to come out in March of next year. I don't know. There's no way it's gonna come.
Unless it's, like, already...
No, there's no way. They were barely finishing the movie like a day before.
Can't they just copy paste? Isn't that how it works?
No, because they actually care.
Yeah. No.
No, this isn't the Tom Holland universe.
So, but yeah, Spider-Verse, probably the best movie of the summer so far. All right, that's it for me. I give it. You know what? Did I give it 4 stars? Maybe I'm giving it 5. I'm gonna give it 5.
Yeah, my only gripe is that it doesn't end satisfactorily to me.
Satisfactorily?
Yeah,
It's a
like
cliffhanger.
it's a cliffhanger, and I didn't know. You guys knew. I didn't know. So to me, it left a real bad taste in my mouth.
No, come on. It didn't taste that good. It's not like that. It wasn't like you just smelled some shit at the ending after having like...
No, yeah, it did. Because how do you
No,
not
I agree. Even
add
with
some
knowing.
sort
I don't
of
know.
some sort of conclusion to be, like it ends, but then we see something that leads into the next one.
Yeah, a second Miles Morales.
But it was more like, what are you gonna do now? To be continued. I don't think that was good. And
Well,
the
it's
fact
not
that we
gonna
had to wait more.
That's why...
It ends with Gwen Stacy being like, "We got it,"
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, but I'm saying
and he's already untangling himself.
it what?
He's already untangling himself. Like he's like,
Oh no, yeah, but I'm saying like they didn't solve the problem, and I wish
You want
they,
it more
they-
self-contained.
Yeah, like I wish they solved the problem, but by doing so, they mess something else up, but like they don't necessarily know, but we see it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as much as
yeah,
detail
no,
I can get
it
into.
feels
but-
like
That's
they
why-
don't have a third act. It's just a first act and a second act, and that's it. Like they needed a conclusion to the movie
yeah.
to finish it up.
That's why the first one if I gave this one 5 stars, the other one's like 20,000 stars because that one does. It's like encapsulated in its own beginning, middle, and end. Perfect, beautiful movie. Small movie. This one is ambitious, but still love it. Probably my favorite movie of the summer. We still have a couple movies to go, but
Yeah,
I mean,
fantastic
still,
movie.
yeah, watch it. It's really
You're
good.
missing out if you're not watching it.
And you're done. Now I'm recording.
no,
I'm not
gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it.
You better do it.
No,
Come on, do it. Come on.
We're talking about the best movie that'll push your shit in.
Yeah.
Miller style, The Flash.
God. It's not Miller time.
It is. You know what? Reboot. Jesus Christ. Just reboot. James Gunn, I love you. You know, but I think you could. I don't know. I don't know what your tastes are, man. You said this was gonna be. This is one of the best superhero movies you've ever seen. This is the worst.
I mean, what is he gonna say though? He has to.
He didn't have to say anything. He's like, the Flash movie's coming out next.
Nah, the Flash movie is a movie.
He could have been like, hey, fans of the '89 Batman, Michael Keaton. Guess what? We have Michael Keaton. Fans of the Snyderverse Batman, we got Ben Affleck. You know, it's about the Flash. That's it. But no, he sold it to us like this is one of the most beautiful human movies, and he had nothing to do with this movie.
Maybe it was in his contract to say something.
Yeah.
Or maybe
They're probably like, yo, try to salvage this. We're gonna
He
lose.
probably like after that video that he talked about like all the upcoming movies, he was like, he's just like, I lied to them, I lied to my fans. But no, Andy Muschietti, I like you as a director. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna do good for Batman, but this movie,
You're sure?
no. I have faith.
Yeah.
I know you don't like the It movies, his It movies. I like them. Two's okay. It's not as the first one is really strong though, but Flash.
It is.
I think we were just talking about it yesterday. It's my least favorite. My least favorite DCEU movie. Least favorite.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
Because, and you were like, how can you like Wonder Woman 84 is
Yeah.
bad? I'm like, yeah, it's boring, but I didn't hate Wonder Woman except for the fact that she kind of raped the dude.
that movie is.
That was bad writing in that
movie's
part. But like,
This movie, I think, is at least entertaining. I'm down to watch it again.
I was not
Wonder
entertained.
Woman.
Except for when Michael
You
Keaton
know
was
what's
on there.
entertaining.
It was just, they squandered so much trying to like throw just shit
Choco.
at the screen. And it was
much.
just like, hey, extravaganza, special effects, you know,
They had
whizzing.
special effects?
Yeah.
They had special
Special
effects.
Yeah,
There
were
did you see?
special,
Did you see the video of the guy that's like a special effects designer or whatever? And he was like, "Hey, if you guys are complaining about the Flash movie, and you're like, hey, that looks like it was done in a week. Chances are
It was done in a minute.
Yeah, no, he's like because the way the production company, the VFX production companies work is they try to outbid like, you know what, we can do X amount in X amount of time. And then they'll try to do it, and it's just like they don't have time because all these movies are being rushed out because they got to hit the deadline. And The Flash is going to become the biggest flop of comic book history, I think. I think
That's
Green
cool.
Lantern...
That's cool.
I mean, it's a record of
Yeah,
some sort.
it's a geez, rock bottom record, but damn, it's just... Everything is wrong with that movie. You could have just told a simple story, and you're like,
Everything.
no, let's just throw stupid freaking cameos that make no sense, that I guess kind of shit on, like... on the legacy of those characters.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest fault of it is something beautiful could have been done.
Yeah.
Something that honors things
Yeah.
and the history and some sort of way to close, like, you know what? The DCEU was a mess. There are some that liked it, some that loved it, some that hated it.
Yep.
But this could have been something to
the
just
Swan
like...
Song.
Yeah, something...
And they made it a joke.
And it was just, it was so bad. It's like a rough draft.
I mean,
you know?
that's what I'm assuming James Gunn thought, too. He saw it as like, oh, it's a rough draft. I see where you're going.
Good
Get it
job.
done. I don't know how you're going to do it in a month, but get it done. Because
I got you, Muschietti. I got you. You're good.
I was telling him, I think it is, or it would be a really good movie if it just looked better and if it earned it. Like, you know, people like
That's
the
the biggest-
Nicolas
if
Cage
it earned
thing,
it.
you know, seeing Christopher Reeves, like seeing all these people, that would be an epic moment, you know, like as growing up and we know all these things, like, oh yeah, Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman, oh, Christopher Reeves is the best, oh they have Supergirl. It is such a cool moment if it was earned and if it made sense.
And if it was done correctly.
Yeah, but like no one who's watching The Flash knows what the hell is going on. Like, why is Snake Eyes or
Snake? That's a deep cut.
Why is Face Off Superman? Like, what's going on? It doesn't make sense. For Muschietti, it makes sense because he grew up around it, so he's probably like, I want to show everyone everything about DC, and it's cool because it's make Crisis on Infinite Earth.
See, and that's it too. I mean, it goes right back to what you said about earning it. This is Flashpoint, and this is Flash. This is not Crisis.
Yeah.
You know, so use Flash. You know, and that's the thing is that this is their first time being introduced kind of to his first story.
Solo movie.
And you're already doing
They didn't see you,
Flashpoint.
but Alex did, quote unquote, with his fingers.
And can you imagine it if it was Crisis and they showed all that stuff and in a better way, you know, while,
it's called
while Superman's fighting, his face is transforming or morphing into like Christopher
That would be
Reeve,
that's an interesting idea. You have, I mean, I wouldn't use Dean Cain now because go fuck yourself, Dean Cain. But
okay, right away.
But like Brandon Routh, that would be now. That's such a great idea, Betty, and I love that idea. Like where it's just like all the universes are collapsing, and you see Brandon Routh punching like a Metallo, but then he's turning into Henry Cavill, and then he's turning into the Superboy from the TV show, and then just he turns into the animated one. But like or Flash turning into Lego Flash, turning into like what is going on? Like our universes are collapsing.
Turning into not cultist leader Flash.
Okay. All right. Legend.
Why? And someone just thought, well, just have them fly onto a rooftop with their faces like disfigured and not on the body, and you know, but then you know, let's just have the director say that it was all part of the plan, and that's how it's supposed to.
It's just this movie feels like just corporate greed, just like it's there was Christina Hobson, like some of your stuff that you've written. Bumblebee's still my favorite thing you've ever written, but like this was pretty, I think, shit writing. Like for this movie, but I feel like it was because the executive producers like put in Superman there and make him do this and babies, and it's just like it was just so bloated and fat and ugly, and it's just like the Dark Flash. They already did that season 3 of the TV Flash, and that was 7 years ago. It feels like all they did was they watched some episodes of the Grant Gustin Flash, and they're like copy and paste, and it's like, come on, man, see what worked in that show, do your own thing.
Own?
Yeah.
Nah.
If you want to see a good Crisis movie, go watch Crisis on Infinite Earths, the TV special. You know, one more thing. Sorry, I know.
One more thing.
Natalie wanted to watch Happy Death Day. I don't know if you guys seen Happy Death Day.
Yeah.
The both or just the second one does a better Flash movie than the Flash.
Oh,
I made a better Flash movie by flushing crap down the toilet.
That was Dark Flash.
Yeah.
But like you see the main character, she ends up going to an alternate or parallel Earth, only to find out her mom's alive, and that's like, I don't want to leave this Earth. And there's time spent with the mom. And here he's like, oh hi mom, and then I have to have crazy wacky adventures with my stupid annoying 2013 self, and it's just like, yeah. But that's it.
Man,
go watch Happy Death Day to you.
Those movies are great.
I love those movies.
I want a third one.
Yeah, I want to
see that movie earns it.
Yeah,
it earns it all. So thumbs up, thumbs down.
Way down, way down. I'm gonna vibrate my thumbs all the way down.
The Flashpoint movie.
God, yeah, I'm down to watch it again, but thumbs down.
It can only get better from here, right? About the next one we're gonna talk about.
Damn, man.
Oh. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Remember in Indiana Jones where
when it was good?
When his dad is like, I thought I lost you, boy. That's when he said when he watched this movie, because he lost. He lost Indy in this movie. I'm taking an edible right now because, goddamn. Yeah. Someone started off.
Thumbs down. That's it. Next. It's this movie pisses me off. Because that's it. Like they, you know, with the Flash thing, they're gonna redo it. They're gonna get another guy to be him, write another story, whatever.
Hopefully.
With Indiana Jones, that's it.
We're done.
We're done. And you know, do I want to reboot with someone else? No. Like I wanted Harrison Ford, and that's it. And to think that this is the last one that they put out, it burns me up. Like, it kills me. And yeah, I know it's just a movie, but at the same time, it's like, no, man, these stories mean a lot. These characters mean a lot.
On this character. This is like the Michael Keaton character, and I think they did him good in that other movie, but yeah, this Dial of Destiny, back in episode 6 of our podcast when we talked about movies we were excited for this year, I know I said that Indiana Jones was my most anticipated, and yeah, man, I don't know. I think it was just better off just living in our
we had better ideas in our head.
Yeah. He rode off into the sunset in the third one. Like that's
that's the best movie, or the best ending to a trilogy. It's called The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
It was done.
It was perfect.
It was done.
I don't
it's
know.
over.
Ezra Miller must have ran back in time and decided to make 4 and 5. I don't know. It had the same animation for it.
That's crazy to think that 4 might even be a better movie than this.
I think I don't know if I talked to you guys, but I talked to some other people. Andrew, who my friend from LA, he liked Dial of Destiny, and I think because
it's cool to be wrong.
It's compared to part 4, and part of me is like I told him that this one didn't have that Spielberg sparkle. I know, like, we didn't like part 4, but there's moments in part 4 where it's like, and I know probably Alex is like, nope.
It has its moments.
But there's little moments in there that it's like, that's just Spielberg. And he disagrees with me, and cool, we disagree, but we still respect each other's opinions. But yeah, I was like, Mangold just made a really sad, depressing movie. And I think you talked about it, but things like, or Alex, why do we always have to do when it's the last movie?
Why do our characters have to be miserable?
Grumpy, miserable, old, curmudgeons, I hate my life, why am I even alive?
It's sad.
Yeah, when I was watching that was me. I was like, I want to leave with that, because I don't understand why he's just like a loser professor that nobody likes. Yeah. Like, you'd think that people will be like, yo, I'm taking classes with Indiana Jones. He's my professor.
You met Picasso.
Well
met all these
people.
Yeah, awesome guy. But no, he's just like, oh.
The guy who's probably killed more Nazis than Captain America.
Yeah. He's an American. Yeah, man. See, and I guess I learned that he wanted that. He wrote that in Harrison Ford. He wanted him to start all messed up in the beginning and then gradually come up.
But the thing is, he never comes up.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
He's great in it. Like, Harrison Ford loves that character, and every time he talks about that character, you know that he lives that character. Like there's no Indy without Harrison Ford. And he tries to do his best, but it's just like, I'm just stuck with Grandpa here, and that's all the thing is like Grandpa jokes. And Mangold, who's made a lot of great movies, including probably the greatest, one of the best comic book movies, Logan.
It's okay.
And this, I'm just like, he's not the main character of his movie. It's about his goddaughter that we don't care about.
Man, she sucked.
And, well, she sucked because her character sucked, but she did a good job portraying her.
But she's
such an unlikable. There's no dynamic between them. Like, there's no reason for her to be his goddaughter. It's like, oh, we want to have her be, familial to him. And it's like, could have been Short Round's kid, could have been Salah's kid, could have been and someone that we've seen could have been Brody's kid. Somebody.
That would have been cool.
Cool. And then we would have been like, oh, wow, we would have had that connection with that character. They tried to, they didn't even put Short Round in here. It's like they looked at all the things we hated about part 4 and they used the things we hated in this one. We hate CGI chase scenes. Let's put 2 mediocre chase scenes with a bunch of CGI. Hey, we want to see fan favorite characters. Hey, Salah's here, but he's not going to do anything. Hey, Short Round's, oh no, he's not here. Oh, he won an Academy Award. Oh!
Now he's marketable.
And that's the thing I know they didn't put him in there is because he's not an actor, and then look at him. Now look at him.
They messed up. I saw that movie Everything Everywhere, and man, he kills it. And every scene he's in, you remember when he has the tux and he's all slick back?
Oh yeah,
man,
he's Indiana Jones there.
Freaking cool.
Yeah.
To think that he would have been next to Indy, I got you, I got your back. No.
And that's no time for love, Dr. Jones.
Yeah, and it's like this whole movie is is about like what's her name? I was gonna say Cassandra Shaw, something Shaw, his goddaughter,
Fleabag.
Fleabag, and it's like
Paw Patrol. What is?
She's like, oh, I'm younger, I'm smarter, and I'm doing. She's in Paw Patrol.
No, what her name? Her nickname?
In Fleabag?
No, in the movie he calls her
Puppy?
Badger.
Oh, Badger, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like because they want
that.
us to connect with
Wombat.
that character, Wombat.
That's
And
cool.
it's
That's
like-
a cool name.
So I get that Harrison Ford is pushing 80, and it's like, and he's basically hanging out with someone who is in her prime, and he doesn't do anything in this movie where to show her up. She does everything, and a part of me was like, he is older, he might be slower, but guess what? He has experience.
Yeah.
He has friends all over the world. Imagine if he's like, oh, I got, like, we're in Timbuktu, we're in Istanbul, we're in Casablanca. I know everybody everywhere. I can get out of anything. Like, show her up in the sense, like, I can't punch a dude. He punches more in this movie than probably any other movie, and he's 80, and those people go down. And it's just like,
You know, and you saying that, like, people say, oh, he's older, he can't fight anymore. Why not? This is a movie.
But I just wanted him
Yeah.
to be smarter.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, he can be both. Like, okay, you want to have
I can
him...
do both.
He could break his head. Yeah, I'm gonna do my own.
Like, you know, have him outsmart the guy in a way, or
Yeah.
beat up guys, and he's like, like that one always,
Yeah.
that shoulder always, you know, messes up or something like that. You know, the one thing I did want to bring up that I thought was the biggest slap in the face, or one of the biggest ones, is when Salah drops him off and he's like, I want to go with you on your adventure.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, it's not an adventure. I thought that was okay, but when he starts walking away, he's like, give him hell, Indy.
Yeah.
And he's like, dun, 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 and he smiles, and then a car almost hits him.
Marvel joke.
That-
Marvel joke.
That
Yeah.
if I had the opportunity to go to them, I'd be like, you
Don't make the movie in the first place.
yeah, like
yeah,
you
no, but-
fucking moron,
Yeah.
take that out of the movie.
Yeah,
Because
that was terrible.
That's disrespect to everything.
Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer for it? Because I know you were
A
trying
little
to...
bit, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I had seen it once, and when he said that, I was like, oh wow, like that really like got to me when
Yeah.
he said, "Give him hell."
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I-
then in here they
played as
it's
a joke.
not-
I
yeah,
was
it's-
gonna start crying when I saw it.
Yeah.
Like in the trailers, like because they play the music well. It's cut. The trailer's cut well,
Yeah.
and then you just give them hell, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like
It
let's
gets you.
go, baby.
It gets you riled up for
Yeah.
adventure.
And
They're
then
calling
just-
to adventure.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, I almost got hit by a taxi
Yeah.
because
That's
I'm old.
Terrible. Like it's terrible.
I think they do a dishonor to it. I mean, Harrison Ford does what he can, but they also, I think, is egregious in this movie is that they everyone who loved Mutt, Shia LaBeouf's.
Oh, that was the only time I cheered.
Yeah, he was like, oh, they fixed the problem.
Yeah, it's like Mutt Williams died. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the only time I cheered in that
My-
3-hour movie.
That's messed
It's like
up, man.
you're telling me you couldn't write another way. But look, the whole thing with Mutt dying, which doesn't even fit his character about why he wanted to go to war because he was anti-establishment in the
But
previous
he's
movie.
trying to piss me off.
Yeah, but the whole story is like, okay, Marion's gone because we didn't want to write an older woman. We can have an older geriatric guy, but no, older women can be in the movie. So Marion's
we
gone.
don't do that here.
They're getting divorced. They're making us feel bad. They tell us Mutt's died. The reason that the marriage fell apart was because they couldn't reconcile over the fact that their son died.
Ugh.
Okay, another story about loss. Good, go with it. Indy has this beautiful written scene where they're talking about the dial of destiny because it can take you back in time. And Shaw, Fleabag, whatever, she's like, hey, what would you do if you can go back in time? Would you want to see this? Would you want to do that? And he's like, I would just go back in time and tell my son not to enlist to the war. And it's like, God damn! And that's the acting you get from Harrison
Yeah,
Ford.
yeah.
And it hits you in the in the face, just like he goes squash.
He killed
But,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he killed it in that.
And then
scene.
it's like, oh, they're gonna do it. There's gonna be a moment in the movie, and I'm like, are they bringing Shia LaBeouf's back? Is there gonna be a thing?
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Is there gonna be a moment where he gets there and he's on the precipice of like telling him like don't do it, but he knows he can't mess with time because canon events or whatever you want to call it, whatever. And then maybe he just
I'm gonna do
goes,
my own thing.
maybe he just like he tells him like I love you, like I love you, and he hugs him. Maybe he gives him the hand, whatever. But it's like, and he still dies. But at least he was able to say goodbye, and he was at least able to reconcile with him. But no, They go back in time in the
No.
third fucking act into a stupid war that nobody gives a two flying god.
Yeah, I feel like it would have just
Sorry.
been better. First, a little before that, backtrack. When Indiana's like, you idiot, you didn't take this into account. And Hannibal is like, wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a
about
minute,
like
he's
plate
right,
tectonics
like-
or something? About
atomic shifts.
Shifts and he's like, no, you can't be
'Cause
right
they're
because I
going-
calculate.
Yeah.
But he gets all pissed like that.
Because he wants to
done
go back
great.
in time. Yeah, because he wants to
Yeah.
go back in time and replace Hitler.
I didn't even. I was like, that's another topic. I have no idea what his goal was. But okay. Anyways,
He was
they
gonna
should have
Vandal
gone.
Savage it.
They should have gone back in time and just shown the boats a little bit, like out of frame or whatever, enough for you to be like, "What's going on?" You know, where are they?
Yeah.
And then maybe fly overhead and you see a soldier's face like that, and that's it. And then they get attacked with some sort of ballista or something like that. But they shouldn't have shown them actually, landing there and talking to the people. And
Archimedes.
Yeah,
And it's like,
that-
I'm
that-
gonna stay here.
I
They
think
made
that was too
Nazis
much.
the good guys
Why?
because they killed all the bad guys in Archimedes' time.
Oh yeah.
They made Nazis good guys.
They killed the Nazis killed the Romans, but I think that was another thing is there's this moment in the movie where they're in Archimedes who built the dial of destiny, and they're like, why does he have a watch? Why does this tomb have airplanes on it? And you're like, shit, they are gonna go back.
They're
in time.
gonna.
But even before that, they talk about Indy's like some stupid short round wannabe. And no offense to the kid. I'm
No,
sure you're a
all
good kid.
offense, please.
No, it's all the writing. It's the writing.
But it's it's unnecessary. We already
was an unnecessary
have a kid,
character,
and we.
But he steals Indy's watch. Is like, my father gave me that watch, and they're like, oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't have him go back in time, and then they get stuck in time, and he's just like, yeah, like, oh yeah, I stayed in, and that's what they play it at. And at the ending, each movie, Indy has a choice to do. He can see the awe of the Ark of the Covenant, which if he does, his face is going to melt off. He chooses not to. Him and Marion survive. The second one, he chooses to return the Shankara stones.
I love you, Indy.
Yeah, and forsake.
Nah.
Oh man, that's fucking emotional right there. No, I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah.
And it's like he gives up his fortune and glory, and he helps the village from the thuggy cult. The third one, he reconciles with his father, and he gives up one of the most incredible,
I
like the
can read
chalice,
it,
the
I can
chalice,
read it.
yeah,
Yeah.
of Jesus Christ. Here, he's like, there's nothing for me in my present, so I'm gonna die here in the past. And he doesn't have a choice to do. He just gets punched, and then the scene goes black. And he wakes up, and you're like, did they change time? And they play with you too, because they linger, and they're like, oh, she changed time. We're gonna see everybody. This is the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, all his friends are gonna come back, and they're like, Indy,
On your
like
left.
you changed. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the moment to do that, to show you, like, Indy, you've touched so many lives, fictional and like in real life. Those characters are our avatars, and they could have been like, dude, if you left, what would we do with ourselves? Like, you're our family. And no, Shaw's there and just like, yeah, I brought you back because I didn't want you to die. And it's like, you didn't even give him a choice to, like, it's not his movie then. It's not his movie. And then
I mean, it's not. I don't know why they put his name on it. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, I mean, he does a good job, but it's a terrible movie.
I'm not gonna lie, I did cry when Marion comes back because I just
She's
love
great.
her.
She's
yeah,
great.
that moment, it hurts here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Here.
that's great.
yeah, and that's just
We're
because
done with it, yeah.
you know, it's like, fuck. I know I fucked up. I'm gonna just give the fans this saving grace of them, and it's like, okay, they love each other, they reconcile. Fine, they didn't earn it. There's no way they earned it, but they did it. And then it ends on his hat. And it's like they're doing that little, like, the screen is going darker, they're closing in, and then you just see him grab his hat again. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
And that's the other thing too. Part 4 already ended with them getting back together.
Yeah.
So if anything, like,
I
we've
hate when
already
they do
seen that.
Yeah.
It, like, come
I
on, like,
think-
it's
I think I told Alex that they should have done the movie about grief and loss, acceptance, and basically say, you're right. That part of your life is over, but you have a new adventure with your family, like moving past those. That was like children's things, you know, like all the action was just like, you know, children's your adolescence, and then it's time to move on. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow old with your loved ones, but they didn't earn it. So in my head, I watched The Last Crusade not too long ago.
Yeah, that movie's
Yeah,
I
2, 1, 3, but then 1 and 3 are tied. So it's only, to me, there's only those 3. I love it. The kids bought me a Funko Pop for Father's Day of Indy and Henry Jones Sr. On the motorcycle, and it's just like this is it. This is all I need. This is all I need. But,
that man.
I mean, if you're the completist, watch them. But I'm just
Don't no. If you're the completist, stop at 3.
yeah. That you I think doing yourself a disservice if you watch
the last
anything
2 are
past
addendums.
that.
Like if you just want to see that they got married, they got married.
They're multiverse branches that should have been nipped in
Yeah.
the bud. Play Emperor's Tomb. If you want to play
Oh,
it.
yeah,
If you
I'm
want
excited to
Indiana
play that.
Jones. That's good. But yeah, Mandin's saying that about like the loss degree. I think that would have been way better as a movie if it was like if Indy was searching for the Dial of Destiny, and he's like Mutt Williams dies. God, thank God. And then Indy's like, I can go back.
Yeah.
Like I know things.
Yeah.
I've seen things.
Yeah.
I can go back and save him. And then Marion's like, no,
Yeah.
Indy, you can't. You can. That's why she leaves him for a bit or whatever. And then at the end, instead of actually going through the past, what it does, it just opens up a window like a kaleidoscope. And you could just see things.
Of horribly CGI rendered characters
God, but
from
yeah,
previous movies.
it's just a window that you can't really like
You have
change
no
anything.
influence.
Yeah. But it just to see him, just to see like Mutt Williams and like they gives him like a smile or something and they're like, yeah, I can't change it. Like I wouldn't want to even if I could at this moment. Like I need to.
Yeah,
move
he
on.
sees that maybe he died saving someone, and if he were to take him away from that situation, it would hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
Or it would, you know...
Maybe he gets a call from someone at the ending and it's just like, you know what, your son served with me in the war. He saved my life. And he said, because you taught him this, and I named my son Henry. And it's like, or no, I named my son Mutt.
Yeah. That's the dog's name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted that. I also wanted, like, and this might be like a dumb thing, but I wanted Indy back in school, like, by the end of it, with his bow tie and his glasses, just teaching a crowd full of people, because that's what he loves to do. That's
what I'm saying. He should. The movie should have been about him having to let go and be like, you know what? I'm happy just being the professor.
Yeah.
I'm happy being the family man. I'm happy, you know. Give him a freaking dog at the ending of the movie. That's what you
That
could
way,
do.
cool too.
Yeah. But you know what? Now, the two most anticipated movies for me were Spider-Verse and Indy. Indy did not live to my expectations. And Spider-Verse did. And I think that's where we are. I think I give it 2 pineapples, maybe 1 pineapple and a half. But that's where we are right now. What did you skip it? Keep it?
Watch the first 10 minutes and then turn it off.
And then watch the last 10 minutes. No, last 2 minutes.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like swearing, but fuck this movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
I love you, Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
And Marion.
I think about it like, would I have the heart to tell him, you know, this
I don't think he
movie
would
sucked, you know, but... And, well, whatever.
He'll tell you
yeah.
to get off his lawn.
Yeah, he would.
Get off my lawn.
And then he takes out the whip and you'd be like, he hits you and you're like, yes!
Thank you.
I'm fine. Please hurt me.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Thumbs down.
The puppy dog. Well, those were the movies we've seen this summer.
Summer of mediocrity.
Yeah, man, I don't know. This
But
has been a rough...
Spider-Verse is really good, though.
I mean, it is, but I mean, we were supposed to have what, like Beast Wars?
Oh, I didn't even see
It's
it.
not that
I haven't
bad.
seen it.
It's fine.
Beast Wars, Indiana Jones, Scream, or I don't know when Scream was.
Flash.
Yeah, Scream was
Well, it was in
Flash.
March.
It was supposed to be like Blockbuster after
It was
Blockbuster.
basically everything we loved growing up
Everything
as
Everywhere All at
children,
Once?
but as an adult. And maybe it's time we put those things away. Maybe it's time we move on.
I don't know.
Maybe it's time we walk away.
They
I mean, you can do it. I don't know.
Yeah, you can
do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And other people have done it. Like even the Terminator movie, what the hell was it? Dark Fate. That might not be the best movie, but Laura Hamilton in there is fantastic. She's not like I hate life and everything sucks. No, she comes in, she's like, alright, I'm gonna kill some Terminators, cool. Awesome. They do her right. Indian here.
Yeah, they just need to find the person to do it.
Yeah,
I like
I
James
think
Mangold, but yeah, he's too depressing.
I think that's why Steven Spielberg walked away, because it's like you can't do it. Like you
But
can't. Like
he's
he
lazy.
tried. No, I don't think he's. I think he's in
He
a
is.
different. He's in a different.
He is.
He's in a
He
different.
told me.
He's in a different point in his life. Like
Yeah, that
like
yeah.
like when he did those Indiana Jones. Yeah, killing Nazis fun, but like then he did
It's
Schindler's
always
List.
fun to kill Nazis.
Yeah, but okay.
I did like
But-
that in the movies
but I'm-
where they made it a point to be like Nazis are fucking scumbags
Yeah.
and
Until they made
I
him
like
the heroes.
And you know what? There's some. Yeah, it's been not that great. A lot of these movies have been bombing. I don't know who thought it was a great idea to give Indiana Jones $300 million,
yeah.
and it's not even going to make its money back. Flash is already out to buy. You can just buy that on digital. But I'm hoping DC. Oh, you know what? I'm hoping DC starts anew. They already casted a bunch of the characters that it's going to be coming out. I'm hoping it's going to be a bright, bold, brave new future for them. I hope maybe Disney get your shit together, do a short round movie, do something that.
Nah, just leave it. Leave
You're
that
right, they're probably gonna
franchise.
mess it up.
Leave it. They can't. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Is that I think they settle with the most like whatever story. Like
Yeah.
if it's complete, then hey, that's
Yeah.
good enough. We'll throw money at it, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care if
If you can't do it, don't do it. I know money. I know you love money. And you know, but and you know what? With all the stuff going on with the SAG actors and the writing folks with the strike, I hope they fix that.
I don't.
Yeah, he's kidding. But it's just.
He's kidding.
But man, it's just there's so much things. This Spider-Verse, Guardians have been great. I'm hoping to see Mission Impossible soon.
Oh yeah.
That Ninja
Hell
Turtles
yeah.
movie looks really good.
That looks good. looks really good.
There's another person who I listen to all the time is Guillermo del Toro. He said he liked it, so if you liked it, I'm
I
sure it's pretty
like it.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It has turtles.
They're
I like turtles.
maybe samurai turtles.
Yeah.
They're
Um,
ninjas.
He knows,
Oh, yes.
man. He would write like a 50-page beautiful paper about Ninja Turtles.
Guillermo del Toro is the best.
But hey, tell us what you like, what you didn't like. I hope you guys are enjoying the summer movies. Whether it's these
somebody
movies,
has to, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah. Don't go microwaving babies, and if you
Oh
do,
God.
Oh my god!
Why? I don't know who's. Okay, yeah.
Man, that looked terrible.
Well,
don't
yeah.
choke anybody on your way out.
All right, we love you all.
Especially our Germany friends.
Let's
we still
go.
have like 5%. over
Hell
there.
yeah.
Good. Mexico, America, Germany, everybody. Let's go. Guten Tag. I don't know if I said.